Hi viewers, DNA warm welcomes you. Today's topic is why India's coronavirus death rate is low. Coronavirus infectious disease, which originated from China in late 2019, has claimed several thousand lives across the globe and continues as merciless disasters across the continents. But India seems to be extraordinarily doing good in terms of the death rate, despite its densely populated country in the world. What could be the reason? This video talks about 10 different facts and science behind this mystery on which research is conducted across the world. Let's begin with analyzing the climate. On the globe, India lies above the equator in the northern hemisphere, and its proximity to the equator usually tends the country to have hot summer, which lasts between March and June, where the temperature can exceed 40 degrees Celsius or 104 degrees Fahrenheit during the day. The humidity levels are also very high, specifically around the coastal regions. Many of you will think, is the warmer weather and high humidity is what keeping the virus at bay? Coronavirus, like any other virus, is not heat resistant. The warmer weather with high humidity certainly reduces virus spread due to its lesser lifespan on the air and surfaces, but cannot contain the virus spread completely. Does the slow speed of the virus due to climate be the reason for lesser infections and lower death tolls in the country? If the answer must be yes, what about the monsoon season that is due to appear shortly? Does it change the current picture of the country completely? Time to answer it. Fact 2. National Vaccination Program. India's prominent national vaccination program that includes mandatory BCG vaccination has been given to every infant of the country within few days after they're born to protect them from tuberculosis, which is a serious lung infection caused by a bacteria called Bacillus calmette-guerin. A study published by the National Center for Biotechnology Information, United States, hypothesized that countries who continue BCG vaccination program for their citizens would prevent the spread of this new coronavirus better than the countries that have stopped their national BCG vaccination program. This is interesting. Thus, the vaccination made for bacterial infection can protect humans from virus attacks? Well, the scientist knows better than us. Fact 3. Demography. Take a look at the chart on the screen. It is the initial data from China suggested that the death rate from COVID-19 infection is much higher among the elderly and with the people who have got pre-existing conditions like cardiovascular disease, diabetes, chronic respiratory disease, or hypertension. According to the statistics, people with the age group below 39 years are dead in very fewer numbers, just 0.2% of the overall death. And people with the age group below 49 are just 0.4%. Fortunately, India is the youngest country in the whole world. The population above 65 years is just 5.3% of the overall population as per Wikipedia statistics. This is an impressive fact to believe that India will relatively do better with COVID-19, especially on the death rate compared to any other country. But an offsetting factor is the increasing trend of poor health among younger Indians, specifically diabetes. India is home to 1 in 6 people with diabetes and also highest in heart and respiratory diseases, which is raising little cautious note to keep the fingers crossed for some more time. Fact 4. Low testing rate. The recent growing critiques about India on the medias is on the low testing rate performed by India to report corona positive cases and deaths related to it. Of course, without sufficient testing, many deaths due to COVID-19 may not have been classified under the COVID-19 label for official statistics. The reason for low testing is that in the initial period of the crisis, country was undergoing a short supply of the PCR test kits and testing labs. The cost per kit is also high, around $60 approximately. In such situation, the wise decision for any country would be to not waste such scarce resource on the corpse, as that kit may be needed for someone else to save their life. Is that the actual reason for the country to be low in the death count? Well, I have got a surprise on the screen. Take a look at it. This information on the screen has been published in many media, and it's about the reporting made by the various Indian cities on the drop overseen on the usual death count. The sudden drop in the usual deaths is due to the national lockdown, which indirectly prevented deaths due to accidents, crime and medical surgeries. This makes it very clear that India has not encountered any higher spikes in human death due to COVID-19, and the situation is still under control. India's tremendous efforts in procuring mass PCR kit to increase the testing in the upcoming weeks is applaudable and could help to better assess the disease impact. Fact 5. Asymptomatic cases. ICMR, which stands for the Indian Council of Medical Research, revealed that 80% of the COVID-19 cases are asymptomatic, which means the person has been affected by the coronavirus but no symptoms of it. The symptoms of sore throat, dry cough, fever, headache, shortness of breath, or loss of taste and smell may appear in 2 to 14 days after exposure to the virus, which requires immediate isolation to critical care admission based on the severity of the disease. But with some people, no symptoms are developed though they test positive, and they continue to spread the disease to others unknowingly. These people are called as super spreaders. ICMR says 80% of the infected population are super spreaders. Let's assume this trend continues, and if COVID-19 has to be simple like a common cold for most of the infected population, then only a lesser portion of them would require critical care support or fight the death. Please watch the part 2 of this video for the other interesting facts, and do not forget to leave your comments below for this video. Thank you for your support. I hope you like this video, and thanks for watching it. Please subscribe and click on the bell button for more updates. Kindly give a thumbs up for this video and do share with your friends.